trust the process. Obviously, continue to do what I do throughout the week, prepare the right way, make sure my body's ready to go. Understand the game plan that we got going on, understand my matchups, and understand who we're playing against, and just, when the ball snaps, start to get in that zone and just play football.
Obviously, Trey had the procedure on his wrist. Just how big of a blow would it be if he's not out there with you guys?
I mean, we love Trey. It's the next man up mentality. It's hard to, it's really hard to say that because I would love for him to be out there, but I think he understands what he understands the game, and he knows the guys behind him has his back, and is going to play as hard as they can for us because he just wants us to win and be successful. But if he can be able to go, I know he's going to give us 110%. And he's going to do as much as he can to help us win. So him on the field, him out the field, his presence will be felt, and I can't wait to see what happens.
Do you look forward to the bright lights of primetime?
Yeah, I'm going to prepare the same way like I always do, and be ready to play this Monday.
How important are the fans, home field advantage, night game at the bank?
It's going to be major. Fans, no fans. I played in front of 0 fans. It is what it is. But I would love to cheer. Third down needs to be crazy. And I think, just need that energy. When we played the Titans and the Chargers, I felt them. I thought we had one of the best atmospheres that I've ever been a part of. And if we can continue to have that, continue to bring that, continue to believe, not just come to enjoy, but come to know that we're going to win that game and cheer like we are. I think we feed off that, and obviously we're going to continue to play our game and execute at a high level.
Josh, I know speaking of third down, so how much better can you guys get in that area?
A lot better. Again, I think we've done a heck of a job on. What's going on? Is that music? Like I said, yeah. I think we've done a heck of a job on taking the ball away. I think that's one area where, when you look at the areas where we can improve, is probably third downs getting off the field. Keeping them third and long. That third and short is, 4-down territory for any offense, especially this team. So keeping them winning first and second down, keeping the sticks. I think we can go after them. Obviously, they got a great quarterback back there who can make any team or any O-line look good. So us as a rush front, man, we got to hunt. Got to stay active, can't stop our feet, and we got to finish to the play ends because they're going to be scrambling drills and doing all that extra stuff in the back end. So we got to do our job and strain a little bit harder and get off the field when we need to. But it's very important for us this week.
How tough is it to prepare for Mahomes?
I mean, he's a very smart player. So in the back end, we have to do – I think it's just rushing coverage. Again, up front, we got to affect him. We got to make sure he keeps his eyes on the rush and not the back end. And then even in the back end, man, we got to do a good job in disguising look because he's very smart. He's seen a lot of defenses, a lot of different schemes, so he kind of knows where, if you watch a lot of the team, a lot of the game, live copies, you can hear him IDing people, IDing blitzes, so he's very smart at doing that. So we have to be good detailed on how we're stemming things, getting our hands on receivers when we need to, and, again, affecting them up front.
Devin Lloyd, Player of the Month?
Awesome. Excited for him. I know he's going to continue to play at a high level, and I want him to continue to do that.
How much growth have you seen from that guy?
I mean, he puts the work in every single day. I know when I get here early, he beats me sometimes, and I'm like, and I respect it because I seen me a couple years ago and where he's at right now. So I kind of let him be in his space and not kind of tell him how good he's doing and, all these things, just to kind of let him have those thoughts to yourself and kind of control and be where you are every single day and give him that space. But when I see him, and I'm so excited for him, and I want him to continue to, to grow on that.
Josh, prime time is one thing, but this is the Chiefs, right? They've won 3 straight AFC titles. This is the team to beat. You guys have lost 8 in a row. You've never beaten them. Like, what is the opportunity here to really make a statement that we're here and we're going to be a factor in this conference?
Our job is to go 4-1, 1-0 this week. We're going to prepare like that. Again, it's not about the Kansas City Chiefs, not about Patrick Mahomes. It's about us. If we come out there and we execute what we do, obviously we can play against anybody in the National Football League. They have their ups and downs throughout the season, so obviously, when they're really good, they're really good. But when you can affect them, you can affect them, and it shows. So, again, it's about us. You know, how are we going to come into this game? Which I think we're going to come in fast, violent, efficient. Offensively, I think we're going to do our thing. And special teams, we're going to continue to find that track and hit our high road and play good complementary football. And all the way through the end.
How do you guys improve on that? I know it's always about getting better, so how does that get
Well, I always talk about it. We just got to do what our process is, and that's what we're doing every day in practice. Just a ball mindset, just, punching at the ball, picking the ball off, breaking the ball up in practice, playing hard, just playing our brand of football. So it's nothing extra that we have to do. It's just, do our process and, the ball will come.
You Jacksonville?
Yeah, I like that. The fans weren't feeling it, so I don't know. Hopefully it catch on later, but I'm liking what we're doing on the field, though. So.
You mentioned practice. You've been in the league for a minute. Just how unique are the drills that Campy and all of the coaches? Like, is that something that's special? I know
It's really just the emphasis of doing it. A lot of people don't really emphasize, taking the ball away in all aspects of practice. Which is individual, and you doing your cardist periods. It's just trying to take the ball away in every single aspect of practice. So it's really just the mindset and the mentality of just going out there and taking the ball away.
One of these games, you played a bunch of big games, obviously prime time against Mahomes, against whatever the big players are in the league. But is it still fun?
No, I like playing with these guys. Dang, you slipped that in there, my age. But no, I like playing with this team. Honestly, it's extremely fun. Watching the offense, the way they're running the ball, and the way it's contagious, they're blocking for each other, making plays, and the defense, the defensive line, the way they're eating and they're stopping the run. It's exciting and it's fun to play with. So going into this Monday night game, I'm excited to see all of us play and play with each other. So I like playing with this group, honestly.
This seems like a really tight kind of group where everybody kind of feels that way. Is that normal?
Yeah, good teams. Honestly, it's good teams where it just comes together. It's not forced or anything like that. Everybody likes each other, and everybody wants to play for each other. So it's really those hard days in camp when we going out there and we fighting for our lives and we trying to break the ball up and get sacks and different things like that. That's where the bond was built, and then it came to fruition in the first game, and we only got closer, and we just want to feed off that energy and get closer and make plays for each other.
At Mahomes, how do you slow that guy down?
It's hard. It's definitely tough. You got a lot of speedsters. You got Kelsey out there. Kels out there, and they got some good running backs that can go downhill. So it's going to be a tough one. We just got a game plan for him, and which we're trying to do right now. But he's one of the best in ever. So it's going to be definitely a difficult one, but I think we can get it done.
Are these the sorts of games where home field advantage make a difference?
They've been playing a lot of ball. Like I said, I think they're used to playing in hostile environments and things like that. We just got to be on our P's and Q's and, make sure we don't give up that big play.
When Mahomes scrambles, what kind of challenge is that?
He can throw it 150 yards on the dot. So it's definitely, we got to try to keep him in the pocket. That's definitely number one. But he can put the ball anywhere he wants to, as far as he wants to do it. So it's definitely going to be a challenge. We got to go out there and challenge these receivers, and it's going to be a good one.
When he's along the sideline, like if he gets out wide, as a defender trying to decide, are we going to go hit him or not? How difficult is that as a tackler?
It's tough. It's definitely in this new day and age, especially with a high-profile guy like that. They want to protect him, but it's football at the end of the day. You got to make a full-speed decision for your team. You don't want to be a detriment either. Give him 15 yards, but like I said, it's definitely some gray area there. But we still just got to play ball.
Devin Lloyd, Defensive Player of the Month. How proud are you of that guy?
Man, he's just getting better every single time you go out there on the field. Even in practice, you can tell, his footwork in the run game and, coverage and different things like that, understanding, feeling what it feels, feeling how to, drop back in zones and stuff like that. It's really impressive to see. And when he gets the ball in his hand, he's trying to go score, trying to run people over and stuff like that. So, it's definitely fun to see, and it's really good to see him, flourish and play really good ball.
Whether it's in real time, what's in real time or on tape after, how good is that group playing? Foye and Devin, Gardeck?
The best I've seen, a group play. They're playing at an all-pro level, especially up front, stopping the run and dropping back in coverage and seeing it all. Play action pass, it's not, it's not fooling them. and that's just a testament to the D line too, making sure that they know that they got their backs and they can go out there and cover guys, but they playing at the All-Pro level, and it's helping all of us.
When someone gets a punch out, when Dennis gets a punch out on Sunday, like everybody's so excited about it. When Devin is taking the ball away and ripping out of the air and being around the ball, like guys are there to celebrate with them. I'm really fortunate because I see the work that goes into it every single day, right? The attention to detail every time we're in Indy working drills and the laser focus of the pinpoint my eyes on the ball and be able to strike through the ball and so you see all this work that's put in it, and then you see them go out on Sundays and do it, and you know it's not just by chance, right? They put themselves in that position on Wednesday, Thursday. So it's been really cool, and it's just a lot of fun to celebrate them and see them have so much success.
When you have that kind of success, I mean, you feel the swagger in your room and in your meetings, just this really high level of confidence.
Yeah, I mean, it is a high level of confidence. It's not because, we're just making plays because we're finding ourselves in the right spot. No, we're putting ourselves in the right spot to make those plays. And so I think Dennis, Foye, Devin, they've done a great job of being able to execute day in, day out in practice and then show up in the games and make sure that same level of consistency shows up. And that builds confidence every single day.
How much are you soaking it in, learning it, obviously out there a little bit too, and kind of just absorbing everything from the guys that have been doing it for a while?
Yeah, right. I'm a sponge right now, soaking everything in, just trying to be like a pro, be like them. Obviously, it's working for them, so I'm taking notes on it, right? It's been a lot of fun, and it shows me, like, not everything has to be so serious in the NFL, right? There is a lot of fun. When you're doing well and you're having success and you're executing at a high level, you can have a lot of fun. Even though it is a high intensity, high pressure league. But it's been really cool for me to be able to learn from them, take notes, and try to get my game to that level.
Thanks, man.
Yep.
You played a lot of big games in college, but hey, Monday Night Football against the Chiefs doesn't get much bigger than that in a regular season, right?
Yeah. I mean, growing up as a kid, you're always watching Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football. I always had to go to bed probably around halftime. So excited that I get to be up the whole time for this one, but it's just, it's always something special. It's what your heroes and the people you looked up to all your life did, and to now be a part of that, and maybe there's some other kid out there that gets to stay up a little bit later to watch, and happen to see Jack Kiser go do something. Like, that's pretty special to me.
Defensive Player of the Month, what does that mean to you and this team?
Yeah, it means a lot. It really only happened because we were winning. We're playing as a team, and I look at it as a team award, but it's definitely a special honor. At the same time, the way I look at it is nobody's going to look back and remember what you did in September. It's about November, December, February, January, what are you going to do in those months? But, I'm glad we're 3-1, and it's a pretty cool recognition.
What's the first thing that pops out when you see the Chiefs on tape?
Yeah, obviously 15. It all starts with him. Got a lot of respect for, what he does with the ball in his hands, and, them getting Worthy back was big for their offense. Got a lot of respect just for their offense as a whole. They started clicking last week, so everybody's got to be on their P's and Q's this week.
When he starts running around Mahomes, I mean, how challenging is that as a defender? When it gets close to the boundary, you got to make a decision. Am I going to hit him or not? Like, that's a tough part of his game, right?
Yeah, it can definitely be tough. You want to lean more on the side of, you just got to make the smart decision at the end of the day. It's one of those bang plays. You got to feel it out, and at the end of the day, you don't want to be the guy that he runs over, but at the same time, you don't want to cost the team 15 yards too, and get a fine as well. So it's just you got to use discernment, be smart.
First time in like 20 years that a Jaguars player has been Defensive Player of the Month. I mean, that's a pretty big milestone, right?
I mean, it's it's cool recognition, but like I said, it's a team award. I wouldn't have got that if we weren't winning and playing complimentary ball. So I look at it, I thank all the guys up front, and it's really a team award in my eyes, to be honest.
How good are you guys playing that group, you and Gardeck and Foye right now? When you go back and watch it on film, I mean, is it as in sync as the results are showing?
Man, you always are critical of yourself and all the things we can do individually and as a group, but realistically, we're all balling. We're playing together, and really like what we got going on right now. And we got to just continue to build and correct the mistakes, continue to build on what we're doing well. But yeah, definitely really like what we got in our group.
Are you finding it at all hard to? I don't know if hard is the word, but you're staying locked in, even though You got all of us around you each every week. You get all these accolades coming your way. I mean, is it still same old Devin, same old every day?
Yeah, you don't even think about that stuff until obviously you guys come up with all these cameras. But for me, it's about living in the moment and just finding ways to attack each rep and each day. Having a great practice, attacking these meetings, just living in the moment.
Do you look forward to these primetime games?
Oh, absolutely. I think these are the games you dream of. This is why you want to play NFL football, for these type moments. And, that's why, I'm going to enjoy the moment all the way up until the game. And then when the game happens, you definitely want to live in the moment there as well.
Jourdan said you're trying to do something once you get that ball in your hands. You gotta get loose on one of these.
That's the plan. That's the plan, God willing.
Go back to the high school days on that, or a little running back?
Yeah, I had some in college too. It wasn't that long ago, but definitely, I played wide receiver in high school, so definitely want to be smart with the ball and just get it back to the offense. But the goal is obviously to score.